my dear boys and girls. Welcome again. This is Miss May Badr, your English teacher. We will continue studying Connect 4. Today, we are going to study Unit 6, Lesson 1. I want to remind you to make sure that you bring your books to all our sessions. You should also bring along papers and a pen. That's all you need to enjoy our lessons together. So let's begin. I want you to open your books, page 110, and look at the photos. Let's take a look at page 110. This unit is talking about industries. Can you think about industries in Egypt? يعني إيه؟ يعني هنتكلم عن الصناعات المختلفة اللي موجودة في مصر. So let's look, discuss, and share the ideas of the pictures. Take a look at the pictures and tell me what is happening in each of the pictures. Very good. Someone here is fishing or collecting fish. Very good. Here I have a truck is carrying something from a mine. يعني إيه truck؟ truck هي الموجودة قدامنا دي بتنقل حاجات موجودة في المناجم. mine هو المنجم. ممكن يكون منجم فحم، ممكن يكون gold، ممكن يكون diamonds، ممكن يكون different irons or steel or copper, something like that. Right. Let's look at this picture. What do you see? Very good. Some tourists are riding on camels. And the last one, I can see some fruit and vegetables are growing. Very good. Let's go to the following page. In the find out part, we have the question. Which industries do people work in where you live? إيه الصناعات اللي موجودة في المكان اللي انتوا قاعدين فيه؟ You can use the internet to help you to answer this question or school resources. ممكن نستخدم كتب أو ممكن نستخدم الإنترنت علشان نقدر نجاوب على سؤال find out. So, look at the photo again in the previous page about the tourists who are riding camels and tell me, do many tourists visit your area? يعني المكان اللي انت عايش فيه بيكون فيه سياح كتير، بتشوف أجانب كتير وسياح كتير بيزوروا البلد أو بيزوروا المنطقة دي. متهيألي صحابنا اللي ممكن يكونوا ساكنين في الهرم بيشوفوا أكيد tourists كتير قوي. So, let's read the fact in did you know. يعني إيه fact؟ يعني معلومة. مش حاجة fiction، مش حاجة imaginary. In 2019, about 13 million tourists came to Egypt. يعني في سنة 2019 زار مصر حوالي 13 مليون سايح. Where do tourists go in Egypt? تعرفوا الأماكن اللي السياح بيحبوها وبيزوروها في مصر؟ Very good. They go to the pyramids, to the museums, to the Cairo Tower, maybe Alexandria or Hurghada. Very good. Well done, my dear boys and girls. Now, let's take a look at page 102 and tell me what is the man doing. On page 102, we need to look at this picture and I want you to tell me, what is this man doing? Very good. Fishing. I have a question here. Is fishing an industry? يعني fishing يعني بيصطاد سمك. هي دي صناعة؟ Yes, it is. Now, I want you to look at exercise number 1. It says, listen and read. What jobs do these people do? هنتعرف دلوقتي وهنسمع أوديو عن different jobs. So let's listen together.
Unit 6, Lesson 1, page 112. Exercise 1. Listen and read. What jobs do these people do? 1.
I'm a fisherman. I wake up very early every day. I go out on my boat and catch fish. Then, in the afternoon, I come back and sell my fish in the market. My fish go to restaurants and homes all over the world.
2.
I'm a farmer. I grow oranges. All year, I look after the trees and I give them water and nutrients. Then, I pick the fruit. I send a lot of the fruit to the factory to make orange juice. I also sell some of my oranges to the supermarket.
3.
I'm a guide. I work in the tourism industry. People come to my country, and it's my job to explain the history and tell the tourists lots of interesting stories.
4.
I'm a geologist. I study the ground and the rocks under our feet. I study what is under the ground. I find special metals and think how we can take the metals out of the ground.
5.
I'm an engineer. I make sure the wind turbines turn well and make electricity. The electricity we make goes to thousands of homes.
6.
I'm a librarian. I work in a school library. It's my job to look after all the books. I buy lots of new books and I help children find the information they need.
After we listen together to the audio, let's explain our text. التكست النهارده بتتكلم عن different jobs. Let's see number 1. Here he said, I'm a fisherman. الصياد اسمه fisherman. I wake up very early every day. I go out on my boat and catch fish. Then in the afternoon, I come back and sell my fish in the market. My fish go to restaurants and homes all over the world. فاكرين قبل ما نسمع الأوديو سألتكم is fishing an industry? You told me yes. Why it's an industry? Because the fisherman sells his fish to the market. لما بيودي الفيش بتاعه أو بيبيع الفيش للماركت، في ناس بتشتغل في الماركت وفي ناس بتودي الفيش للريستورانتس، فبيكون في industry. I'm a farmer. I grow oranges. All year I look after the trees and I give them water and nutrients. Then I pick the fruit. I send a lot of my fruit to the factory to make orange juice. I also sell some of my oranges to the supermarket. So is this an industry? Yes. Why? Because he gives the oranges to the factories. يعني بيبيع الأورنجز بتاعته للمصانع اللي بتعمل الجوس. فطبعا ما دام في مصنع هيكون في workers، فده بيساهم برضو في الإندستري. I'm a guide. I work in the tourism industry. People come to my country and it's my job to explain the history and tell the tourists lots of interesting things. So, working in the tourism, is it industry? Yes, it is. Why? Because we have many people working in that field, like the bus drivers, okay, like the taxi drivers, like the sellers who are selling stuff for the tourists, like the hotels. So, it's an industry. I am a geologist. I study the ground and the rocks under our feet. I study what is under the ground. I find special metals and think how we can take the metals out of the ground. فاكرين اتكلمنا عن الماينز وقلنا المناجم. طب مين اللي بيشتغل في المناجم؟ Geologist. He is a scientist. يبقى لازم الجيولوجيست هو اللي يشتغل في المكان ده. طب هو بيشتغل في المكان ده لوحده؟ لا طبعا أكيد معاه mechanics، أكيد معاه different people with different jobs working in the mines in order to get the things out of the ground. I'm an engineer. يعني إيه engineer؟ يعني مهندس. I make sure the wind turbines turn well and make electricity. المراوح اللي بتلف علشان to produce electricity بنسميها wind turbines. The electricity we make goes to thousands of homes. وطبعا ده بيبروديوس electricity وبنستفيد بيها كلنا في البيوت بتاعتنا. I'm a librarian. I work in a school library. It's my job to look after the books. قلنا look after قبل كده معناها إن إحنا نعتني بحاجة أو to take care of it. I buy lots of new books and I help children find the information they need. Now we will look at exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 says, listen again and answer. So we need to listen again to the text and then we will answer the questions together.
Unit 6, Lesson 1, page 112, Exercise 2. Listen again and answer. 1.
I'm a fisherman. I wake up very early every day. I go out on my boat and catch fish. Then, in the afternoon, I come back and sell my fish in the market. My fish go to restaurants and homes all over the world.
2.
I'm a farmer. I grow oranges. All year, I look after the trees and I give them water and nutrients. Then, I pick the fruit. I send a lot of the fruit to the factory to make orange juice. I also sell some of my oranges to the supermarket.
3.
I'm a guide. I work in the tourism industry. People come to my country, and it's my job to explain the history and tell the tourists lots of interesting stories.
4.
I'm a geologist. I study the ground and the rocks under our feet. I study what is under the ground. I find special metals and think how we can take the metals out of the ground.
5.
I'm an engineer. I make sure the wind turbines turn well and make electricity. The electricity we make goes to thousands of homes.
6.
I'm a librarian. I work in a school library. It's my job to look after all the books. I buy lots of new books and I help children find the information they need.
Now, can you tell me the jobs that these people do? Very good. Fisherman, farmer, guide, geologist, engineer, librarian. That's perfect, my dear boys and girls. Now, let's answer the questions together. Who works in a school? Fisherman, farmer, guide, geologist, engineer, librarian. Who do you think? Very good. The librarian works in a school. Number 2. Who works outside? يعني إيه؟ مين بيشتغل برا؟ يعني شغله outdoors مش indoors. Let's see. Who works outside? The guide. Very good. Because the guide works with the tourists. And the geologist who works in the mines. And sometimes the engineer. Very good. Who works on the sea? I think this one is very easy. Very good. The fisherman who catches fish. Okay. Who grows food? Very good. The farmer. And who is a scientist? A geologist. Very good. قلنا اللي بيشتغل في الماينز أو في المناجم لازم يكون scientist. So the geologist is a scientist. And the last one, who works with the wind turbines? The engineer. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Let's answer the questions one more time. So, question 1, who works in school? The librarian. Very good. Number 2, who works outside? Guide, geologist, and engineer. Who works on the sea? The fisherman. Excellent. Who grows food? The farmer. Who is a scientist? The geologist. And who works with the wind turbines? The engineer. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Now, let's go to the following page, page 113. On page 113, I want you to answer this question. What can you see? Let's read the words in the word box or the word bank. All right. Match the words to the pictures. So we will read the words and then we will match the words to the picture, and of course we will write down the words. Education, energy, farming, fishing, mining, tourism. Education يعني التعليم. Energy الطاقة. Farming أي حاجة ليها علاقة بالزراعة، زراعة الخضار والفاكهة. Fishing يعني صيد السمك. وعندنا mining يعني الشغل في المناجم زي ما قلنا قبل كده. وعندنا tourism الشغل في السياحة. Picture number 1. What is it? Very good. Fishing. So don't forget that we need to match the words first and then we write them down. So let's match the word to the picture. So we have fishing here. We will match it to the picture and we will write it down, fishing. Okay, number 2. I can see a farmer. So picture number 2 is about farming. Very good. Don't forget, we need to match and then we write down the word. Picture number 3. I see tourists and they are taking a look at the Sphinx and the pyramids. So it's about tourism. Very good. So tourism, number 3, and we will write it down. Okay, number 4. What is it? I see mines or a mine, some trucks or tractors, mining. Very good. So we need to match mining to the picture and then we write it down. Number 5, we can see the wind turbines turning around to produce energy or electricity. So picture number 5 is about energy. So let's match energy to the picture and write it down. Number 6, this picture is familiar, about a teacher teaching her students. So it's about education. Very good. So let's match the word education to the picture and write it down, education. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Now we will listen to the audio to check our answers.
Unit 6, Lesson 1, page 113. Exercise 4. Listen and check. 1,
Fishing.
2,
Farming.
3,
Tourism.
4,
Mining.
5,
Energy.
6.
Education.
Now exercise number 5. Can you guess what the words in the table are? So this is the table as we said before. And we have some words in the word bank. Exercise number 5 says, look and write which industry are the words connected to. Can you add more words to the table? So we are going to choose the words from the word bank and we put them in the right place. Also, we can add our own words. So let's check the words together. Copper, animals, hotels, wave power, wind farm, nets, transportation, tractor, iron, boats, coal. Let's see the first one. The first one is about mining. قلنا يعني ايه mining؟ الشغل في المناجم. طيب, which words here will be written next to mining or they are related to mining? ايه الكلمات هنا اللي ليها علاقة بالتنقيب؟ Let's think. Very good. We have the coal, we have the copper, and the iron. You can cross the words out if you want to avoid having a confusion. ممكن ان احنا نشطب على الكلمات اللي استخدمناها علشان ما تعملناش confusion او تلخبطنا شوية. So we use coal, we use iron, and we use copper. Farming. Which words are related to farming? Before answering this question, I want to add something to the mining. We said copper, iron, and coal. What else can we add? We can add gold. We can add diamonds. Very good. So let's write them down. Gold, diamonds. Okay, the farming. Can you find the answer? Which words here are related to farming? Animals, what else? Tractor, very good. Let's add our own words, like for example, field or a farm. And also we can write vegetables. Let's look at fishing. Which words here are related to fishing? خلي بالنا كلمة nets هنا معناها الشبك اللي بيستخدمه الصيادين، مش معناها الإنترنت. So what do you think? Very good. Nets. So nets. Also, we have boats. We can add also sea or river. Sea, river. All these words are related to fishing. Let's go to tourism. Which words are related to tourism? We have hotels. And also we have transportation. إيه علاقة الترانسبورتيشن؟ The tourists need transportation. السياح بيستخدموا الباصز وبيستخدموا التاكسيز وبيستخدموا even the airline, okay, or the aircrafts or the aeroplanes. So there are many ways of transportation for the tourists. So hotels and transportation. Can you find more related words to this topic? The pyramids, very good. Okay. The last one, the energy. يعني ايه energy؟ يعني طاقة. هاي. ايه الحاجات هنا اللي ليها علاقة بالطاقة؟ How to produce electricity, for example. We have the wind power, زي wind turbines. So we have wave power, and wind farm. Wind farm ده المكان اللي بيكون موجود فيه الwind turbines. اوكي؟ يبقى الwind turbines موجودين في مكان اسمه wind farm. المكان نفسه اسمه wind farm. And we have also the wave power that produces power or energy. Exercise number 6. What do you think? Question 1 says, Which jobs and industries sound the most interesting and why? Number 2. Do you know anyone who works in any of these industries? طبعا إجابة السؤال ده هتختلف من حد للتاني based on your point of view. I hope you enjoyed our lesson together. And next time, we will learn more interesting things. We will have loads of fun. See you next time. Bye-bye.